I got some plays to talk about with you. All right, Robbie, if you insist. If you insist. Making sure we're good on everything over here. Good on this side of things. I'm also live on the TikTok side of things, but I can't show my exact screen. Why am I tilting? Can't show my damn screen on TikTok. You gotta rock with it like this. Sorry, Joey, for being in here, and you have to deal with it, but that's the sad reality of what we're in. So, your heart racing in my skin tight jeans. We're going over the NBA slate today. It is March 19th. We have a pretty solid NBA slate, 11 games on for today. We're going to hop straight over to the window capture, which I didn't set up. Hold on. You'll see Teenage Dream playing. We're going to go to Basketball Monsters. We're going to look at the slate over here instead of using the graphic. I think it just normally works better. So now you can see the full slate of everything. What's up, Skinny Pete? But you can see the full slate of everything on your screen as well as mine. Brandon Williams is going to be starting at the point guard for Dallas, along with Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, Kessler Edwards, and PJ Washington facing off against Indiana as a 10.5 point spread, with the over-under being 234. I like the over here, and I like Indy to cover. I think this is going to be another blowout per usual, and Dallas is going to have to crawl their way into this game. Houston at Orlando is going to be a very good game. Spread's only 2.5 for a reason. The over-under is 209.5. I really like Orlando in this one. Again, there's no Amin Thompson. I get Fred VanVleet's back, sure. But I think Amin Thompson is a big defensive presence that they're going to be missing. And I think Paolo is going to be able to have a pretty good game. I wanted to take a Paolo line, but I just didn't find a good one I really could hang my hat on. I think Wendell Carter matches up well against Şengün, and I think it's going to be an interesting front court battle there. So I think I'm going to lean Orlando plus 2.5. And the game total, I'm probably not touching there at 209. What the hell is this song? What the hell? There you go. And then I'm going to go to Detroit and Miami. Let's kind of hop right into our next game, wasting no time there. Detroit, again, minus 4.5 here against Miami. I think Miami's been a really scrappy team, especially at home. I get everyone's like, oh, well, they're going to try to lose. I don't really think any team in the NBA ever has, like, gone out of their way to super tank outside of, like, the very, very, very bottom. Outside the very, very bottom few teams there. All right, this is just too much. We're gonna mute you. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna do like a little more of a chill vibe. This is insane. Anyway, then we're gonna have the Detroit side of things. Cade obviously gonna be playing Asar at the 3. Tobias and Jalen. Darren Wiggins is questionable. I think I like Miami to cover here, 4.5. These teams are going into overtime the back-to-back times they played. I think Miami's kind of having a little bit of advantage at home. I think they end up covering here, but Detroit's been a really powerful team, so it's going to be close. We do have a play in that game as well, so. Then we have the Pelicans at Minnesota here. 13-point spread, absolute blowout territory. Zion is playing, though. I like the Pelicans to cover here. 13 is just too far of a spread for me with this Minnesota team being so inconsistent on the offensive side of things. I think I'm going to take the Pelicans here to cover. New York and San Antonio. I like the Knicks to blow out San Antonio. I don't really see them having much of a chance in this game. Vassell and the gang really can't hang with the defense on the Knicks side of things. So, and I think Cat is going to feast on this San Antonio defense that has no true big. Then we go to Philly, OKC. Not really going to touch on much. Philly's in absolute shambles. They're absolutely tanking, and OKC is one of the best teams in the entire league. Washington at Utah, close game, a 3.5 point spread. I like the over in this game. I don't really like the total though. 3.5 is just a little bit too wishy-washy. Both these teams being so streaky. I am going to take the over there at 235 though, 234.5 though. But then we have Denver at the Lakers, probably the best game of the night, the one everyone's going to be looking forward to. Obviously, there's going to be Jokic versus Doncic, which is always a great matchup. I'm going to take the Lakers here to cover by 2. I get there's no LeBron. I'm not really too worried about it. Lucas obviously is playing as he is probable. Reeves has been playing really good as he's been back from the injury. Obviously, there's a ton of question marks for Detroit. I mean, it's not Detroit, for Denver. And I think they all do play, but I'm going to take the Lakers here to cover at home. Then we have Cleveland and the Kings. I like Cleveland to win this by 5. I don't think it's going to be as close as expected. Domantas Sabonis is not playing as he re-injured his ankle. So there's going to be no Sabonis in this one. Whenever there's no Sabonis, the offense just moves a little bit slower than my liking. I'm going to take Cleveland here by a comfortable margin of 5. Chicago and Phoenix. I like Phoenix here by 6. I like the favorite here at home. Devin Booker is playing. Kevin Durant is also playing. Nick Richards back and healthy. So it should be an interesting matchup here. There's no one really on the defensive side of things for Kevin Durant. I think he could have a pretty big game here. Devin Booker could probably see a good amount of assists as well. I'm going to lean Phoenix at home versus Chicago. In our last game, Memphis at Portland. Obviously, there's no John Morant in this one. Memphis is favored by 4.5. Obviously, the defense has been staggering, but I'm going to take Portland here to cover at plus 4.5. I'm not really touching the total there. 235. Enough. Enough. Banger song. That's pretty much what I got for those. Now we can head back to the kind of like main scene here. The main scene. Play Tap In. Tap In's so gas, Robbie, dude. I really like that song. What's going on, Nutter? How you doing? So that's a slate. We just went over that. Is there any question on TikTok that I missed? Probably not. I don't really see it. How you guys doing over there? But again, sorry I can't do like the TikTok on here. It's super stupid, and I'm arguing back and forth with TikTok so much, just to get them back to allowing me to stream. I gotta fire through these quick because I do have to end this by 3, so I kind of gotta hurry up, which does stink. But we're gonna take Nikola Jokic under 49.5 PRA. I know a lot of people are gonna hate this line, and I completely understand why. Because taking a lower on Jokic is never fun. But this Lakers defense has been absolutely staggering versus centers. And realistically, at the end of the day, I'm going to take the better defense. Jackson Hayes has been playing out of his mind at center. I've been playing out of his mind since February 1st. He's the #1 defensive rated center by a wide margin. Jokic just played this team, had only 40 PRA, and didn't have the attempts, right, that went with it. When he played this team, he only saw 14 rebound chances, 16 field goal attempts, and 9 potential assists. That creates 39 total chances for him to get over this line. And normally when you have a line that's around 49.5, you want a minimum of 45 chances to hit over the 40 or 50 PRA mark. He didn't even touch 40. And then the first time he played, he only recorded 35 PRA against his team. So I think Jokic is a pretty good under here. The Lakers have allowed only 3 of the last 13 centers to go over on their PRA, as well as they're the #2 team versus centers in the past 20 games and are top 7 in the past 10 games. So yeah, it's pretty tough. Damn, leaving early again. Got to, Robbie. Sadly, I got other things to do here. Other things, other lives to get to, other videos to make. I have like 4 videos I gotta make for today, so gotta get them out, gotta get them moving. We do have a betting video up that will be up right after this. It's gonna be an MLB preview video with Tone, so we get to see that. That'll be pretty cool. It's going to be going over the NL. I think it's the first video. So our next lower is going to be Cade Cunningham, lower than 25.5 points. I do like this spot for Cade. Obviously, against Miami, he stinks. He's gone under this 33 marks, 33 games this season versus Miami. Not only that, but this team played him in overtime twice, and he still hasn't hit this line. So he's been over on his minutes of over 40 minutes and still has not hit this line in either game. Not only that, but Cade's gone under this in 6 of the last 6 games, as you can see on the screen, averaging only 17.3 points per game in the games versus Miami. Obviously, they're locks versus point guards, allowing the 9th fewest points to opposing point guards in the past 10 games this season, and allowing only the 3rd fewest points to point guards at home. Miami allows the fewest points to point guards off free throws, and the 4th fewest off transition, which is where Cade scores 30% of his buckets. So again, if there's no OT tonight, no extra minutes, it's going to be tough unless Miami's absolutely tanking, like one of the kids in the comments said of our Discord, which I don't think they're going to be just outright tanking, especially in mid-March. that we're going to be seeing here Cade go under this line pretty comfortably. Our next play we're going to have is going to be Evan Mobley to go over 20.5 points and assists. I really like this spot for him. We get good odds at -105 on DK too. Sacramento's allowing the 5th most points to opposing, or sorry, the 5th most PA in the past 5 games this season to opposing power forwards. Not only that, but they are allowing the 2nd most PA in home games this season to power forwards. And Mobley set over this mark in 3 of the last 5 games this season, averaging 22 PA per game, while having 7 potential assists in those games and 13 field goal attempts. He's seeing around the 13 field goal attempts damn near every single game, so that's where I like to see the spot. 7 of the last 9 power forwards to face the Sacramento team have gone over on their points lines. And Mobley is on back-to-backs today, which makes me like this even more because on back-to-backs, he's cooked. Back-to-backs this season, hit this 4 of the last 5 games. So he's been cooking and averaging over 13 field goal attempts, 6.5 potential assists, and in the past 2 back-to-backs, he's recorded 10 and 7 potential assists, so the assist line is definitely going to be there, especially against the zone defense that Sacramento runs. And my last play is going to be Karl Anthony Towns to have a big game. Obviously, he hasn't been hitting this recently, but I do like this play a lot. This is a perfect spot. I mean, San Antonio allows the 2nd most points to opposing centers in the past 10 games this season. Not only that, but in the past 10 games, they're allowing the 2nd most points in the paint and the most points above the arc. That's the 2 spots where Cat shoots the ball the most. 71% of Cat's points come on those 2 areas, in the paint or in the restricted area specifically, and then above the arc. So that's 71% of Cat's points come there. And Cat in the past 5 games is averaging 17.3 field goal attempts per game, as well as 6 3-point attempts per game, which is more than enough volume to crush this line. 6 of the last 8 centers to face this San Antonio team have gone over on their points lines, as well as the San Antonio team is bottom 7 at defending the pick and roll, putbacks, and post-ups, which makes up for 38% of his points. He's been crushing this line, and I think he's easily going to keep cooking in this line. And again, he hasn't been hitting this recently, but I think he has a really good spot too today, and there's a reason this line is higher. All right, Robbie. I got one prop right now, Malik Monk under 20.5 PRA. I was looking at that myself, actually. I do like that spot. You sent me Kyle Filipowski. Yep, I saw that. I also like Naz Reid over 5.5 rebounds. Malik Monk, I definitely like. I like that spot. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go under on his RA, and I couldn't figure it out. But PRA looks like a good spot. Kyle Filipowski seems solid off the top of the dome. And then Naz Reid over 5.5 rebounds in this matchup. I don't mind it at all. Let's go back to the matchups here. Yeah, against the Pelicans, they have no real backup center right now, so I definitely like that line a lot. He's probably going to be playing a lot of the 4-2 against Kelly as well at some points in this game. So if he plays a lot against the 4 against Kelly, he should easily crush the 5.5 rebounds mark and have a pretty good game here. How are we doing on the TikTok side of things? Clay over 2.5 threes. That's a good spot. That's definitely a good spot. What's the Jokic prop? Jokic under 49.5 PRA. I'm going to the Kings today. You think they'll stand a chance against the Cavs? Not really, Alex. But we can see. We can definitely see. I think the Cavs are going to win pretty convincingly. The Cavs are going to win pretty convincingly. But my top 2 plays, I would say out of all my plays, let me pull up all of them real quick. I think I would lean. I really like the Cat play. I really like the Jokic play too. I think I'll go Cat and Mobley though. I always like taking higher. I'm more comfortable with them than lowers, but I like those 2 higher a lot. So I'd probably lean those 2. I really like the Jokic lower. The only one that kind of concerns me is Cade if he just has a random pop-off game. But like all the numbers are there to support the under, so I'm kind of just leaning the under there. But I really like this spot. But again, that's probably the one where it's like, again, Jokic could always randomly pop off. But again, the Lakers have been dominant for centers. But then again, Miami's also been dominant against point guards. So that's why I'm kind of taking these 2 against matchups. And then again, I like it's more fun to root for higher. So if you want to have some fun watching basketball today, definitely take the hires. It's never really fun watching a game where you have to hate on dudes. But it is what it is. Yeah, those are my main plays for today. Again, quick live. It's going to be kind of more of almost like a video at this point. You like the K prop? I love the spot. Yeah, dude, getting the 25.5 points feels great. I think he was at 26 at one point. It was just too juice for me to take, so I took the 25, and I felt good about it with good odds too. Yeah, so this is gonna end up being more of like a video for the people that watch this later on. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and catching it. If you want to see me, I'm gonna be live on the gaming channel later. I'm also posting another betting video out. It should be out within another 15 minutes. You'll see it. It's gonna be an MLB preview for the NL. So if you're into MLB, make sure to go check that out on the betting channel. BDGEBets on YouTube, and then as well, we're gonna be going live on the gaming channel here later today, and I'm making a Luther Burden video for my main YouTube for Gut. So I have a lot of videos to make, a lot of stuff to put out, so I'll make sure to catch you guys next time. Make sure to pop into the other live if you want to see me over there playing some MLB The Show, and I'll catch you guys next time. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. We'll be live again tomorrow. On Thursday, I'll probably try to go live around like 11 o'clock tomorrow morning Eastern time. So if you're up, you're up, and I'll see you guys there. And we'll